Royal Rumble week. It's very close to Royal Rumble weekend. Waiting for that day to actually arrive. But if I'm honest, I did have to come to an understanding of why who I really wanted to win this Royal Rumble this year isn't necessarily going to win, and come to being like okay with this result. I'm only gonna get to tell you what that was at the end of the video, because that was the main event. Let's start off with what's gonna kick off the actual pay-per-view. So when we talk about the Women's Royal Rumble, this year, 2025, obviously last year, we had Bayley win and go and face Io Sky, WrestleMania 40. One of the biggest WrestleManias, probably the best WrestleMania. Mostly on night 2 though. Now, like J. Cole once said, what goes around comes around full circle. We will see the winner be Io Sky this year, but this time not actually going for that WWE Women's Championship, but tackling Rhea Ripley for the World Heavyweight Women's Championship. And that's when we'll see the Final Four would be like a return in Charlotte Flair, an even bigger return of AJ Lee, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. And the reason that Io Sky and Bianca Belair would be the final two in that situation is because there's rumors Bianca Belair is supposed to fight Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So it's going to be like a tussle between the two. Obviously leading to Io Sky going to WrestleMania in the end. And the reason that you'll go for Rhea Ripley is because I don't think she's ever had that championship before. And we know that Charlotte Flair is supposed to fight Tiffany Stratton. Not fully booked. Charlotte Flair is supposed to fight Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania 41. Talking about who do I think is going to return, I would say AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, of course, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. This video was supposed to be so much different. I was going to do like an over-predicted, like who eliminates who. But every time I nearly submitted, finally getting to record what I wanted to record, I would find out a bit of information from like injuries, or somebody would declare themselves into the Royal Rumble match that I didn't actually write down, and it just kept on messing me up. So Shinsuke Nakamura declared himself into the Royal Rumble, and Dakota Kai removed from the WWE tours. And that's some shit, man. My original prediction before we got to Io Sky was going to be Charlotte Flair and Dakota Kai in the final two, where Charlotte Flair won. WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships in a 2 out of 3 falls, where we would see DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Of course, DIY being the champions right now, and it only really being Royal Rumble. Not even a real feud between DIY and Motor City Machine Guns has been happening. We've seen more Pretty Deadly versus Motor City Machine Guns on like SmackDown, so the idea of that lead us to having Pretty Deadly versus DIY, where it should be Pretty Deadly who takes these championships off DIY. And this could definitely be a WrestleMania match. Pretty Deadly was not at WrestleMania last year, so this is their first WrestleMania. So that's who will be taking the championships off of DIY. Motor City Machine Guns will fail to do so at Royal Rumble. In talks of the Royal Rumble, the winner will go on to face a champion of their choice, the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania in Vegas. Even though we do know that Gunther is probably going to take that championship all the way to Vegas. But who will take the WWE Championship or the WWE Undisputed Championship to that same place? Will it be Cody Rhodes or Kevin Owens? And we find out in an Undisputed WWE Championship ladder match, where we've got the WWE Undisputed Championship with like that world title kind of thing, like a replica, but that was made for Cody Rhodes, or given to Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night Main Event because of the retro feel. Kevin Owens took that championship because he feels like he rightfully deserves it. But I do predict it will be Cody Rhodes taking that championship. But I think we end up in square one. I think we go round and round the circles, and we end up back in square one when Kevin Owens still takes that world title. Like, I think we just end up back in square one, and we continue with this storyline We'll see what happens after WrestleMania. That being said, who will be Cody Rhodes' opponent at WrestleMania? Because in the men's match, I predict that the final four will be Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and John Cena. Then that last two, I predict John Cena facing off with CM Punk. A real flashback to even before 10 years ago, where they had the feud when CM Punk was the champion for 434 days or around that. I do believe after what we've seen on Raw that John Cena does fall short in his last match. Last Royal Rumble match, I apologize calling it off early. And we do see the winner be CM Punk, which I had to be convinced or won over in a sense, but due to how good that promo or that back and forth on Raw was, I'm very hooked or invested, because as we've seen with Triple H, he does long-term storytelling. And this time last year, we saw a lot of Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. I think so. Oh yeah, so Royal Rumble it was, but then it got to be CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. So now we've got CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. I won't be predicting that, but what I will be saying, I do see the surprise entrance being, I want to say this for the Women's Royal Rumble too. I see Julia there, I see Roxanne Perez there, and I see Jordan Grace there. The only reason I didn't say them is because I forgot they would also class as surprise entrance. So what I see with the Men's Royal Rumble, I see Obafemi there, I see Nick Nemeth, I see Joe Hendry, possibly Tony D'Angelo, but very not likely. Also that final four getting turned into a final five. I do see that. I see Aleister Black there. Or the person I really wanted to see win the Royal Rumble, but I understand the direction we're going in, is Jey Uso. And I wanted him to win, but I actually believed he would because of the Gunther thing that's going on now. And he could actually face Gunther at WrestleMania 41 if that feud still carries on from this point. So yeah, whoever Jey Uso brings out, and that could possibly still happen, but right now the main focus is the Royal Rumble, where CM Punk will win and go to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. As I was talking about before that's Golem, that's out, that's Royal Rumble week, edging closer to the Royal Rumble weekend, edging closer to that final 10 count, but most importantly, starting off that road to WrestleMania. Oh, I didn't say Big E. Take that as you will. Nah, bye. They've been on these tripping in my money, but he Jordan had. Looking like a comic gang star. So this is the fuck I will talk. I just bought with your PA. Run it up, I start to multiply like this too. I mean, get up my dick, say you hate, but you're two. I mean, get in your bag, bro. Talk words that you care for. Don't tell her that you rude.